Okay, so I watched Shark Bait. This is from the executive team behind the 47 Meters Down series. And now, this is a movie that can easily be hated on. Like, you can say the argument that the characters in this film are the dumbest motherfuckers you have ever seen on screen. Because, they're the ones who put themselves in this situation. If they just thought twice about their actions, they wouldn't be in this life-threatening situation where there's a shark killing them off one by one. So that is one way of looking at it. You can just across the board say that these characters are dumb as shit. Second point here is this situation that they're in isn't, to me, unrealistic. This is a situation I can totally buy happening. I mean, people do dumb shit all the time. Like, I'll refer this movie to a little film that came out a couple of years ago now and called Open Water 2 Adrift, where that group of characters forgot to put the ladder down and they jumped in the water in the middle of the ocean and they were stuck there for the entire movie. And then that's where all the tension and the suspense is created, is from them not being able to get up on this boat. Like, it's right in front of them. Like, their freedom is right there. They just can't touch it. I mean, like, yeah, they're literally touching the boat, but they can't get on, on the ground level of the boat, if that makes sense. You can use the same excuse in that film, that those characters are dumb as fuck. So, and the reason why both of these groups of characters get stuck in both of these movies is because of intoxication. Like in Shark Bait, it's spring break, the characters are partying, like hallelujah, all of that, happy days. In Open Water 2, I believe it was someone's engagement party, I want to say. I could be wrong on that. But if I remember that film correct, I remember it being an engagement, I believe, or... No, sorry, it was a birthday party. Yeah, no, that was right. It was a birthday. And they, and they had a few drinks, a few shots of, of tequila and all of that good stuff. And then they jumped, in the water without thinking. And, I think, I think that's a very easy way to create tension, because not only does the alcohol go to your brain and it affects the way you think, your brain's not processing as much information. I think it also creates tension on the scale that this is, alcohol makes you dehydrated as well, especially when you're out in the sun for more than, like, let's say 3 hours. It makes you dehydrated a lot faster. And the ocean water, I believe in this film, I know that, I believe that it's salt water. I could be like, my knowledge on, I guess, on like science isn't particularly the greatest, but I believe that it is salt water, which dries your mouth out more. And so, there's a lot of tension, in both these movies, not only from the shark itself, but there's a lot of, I guess, side threats. And I think that's where a lot of the tension for me kind of came in with Shark Bait. Is just, I love the setup of them kind of, drinking alcohol. While there's the characterization in this film isn't the greatest, there's really no connection that you have. Like, there's good chemistry, there's good conversations with this group of characters, but there's just not much that you know of. Like, there's this hinted at affair that kind of goes on in the film, but then they really don't do anything with that. Like, there's this chick that gives this guy, a couple weird looks within the first 10 minutes of Shark Bait, and then they really don't do anything with that. It's like brought up once in the film and then completely rushed over. And I felt like, that would have created, that would have created some cool tension in the film as well. And I feel like, it's these little things that kind of really heighten the situation, that make it more dramatic. But, Shark Bait, I did not mind. I felt like the characters, how they actually got in the water. Yeah, I mean, I won't lie. I can If this film was based on a true story, I would totally believe it because with the amount of alcohol they had the following night, as well as going into the next day drinking, I mean, it would not surprise me that their brains are fucked up. Like, not only would they be intoxicated with the present day alcohol that they've had, but they'll also be hungover from the tequila shots, the amount of beers and alcohol that they had like the following night. And so, I think that's one thing I just did really enjoy about this film. And I think all of the underwater shots look amazing. I think there's some great use of color and lighting in Sharkbait. While the shark doesn't look the greatest, I mean, this is a low budget shark feature, so you can't expect the shark to look like amazing. But I felt when it was under the water, I felt it looked really, really good. But then when the shark decides to pop out of the water and show its face to our main characters, I felt that the CGI wasn't the greatest there. But I can excuse shitty CGI, especially in a movie like this. I mean, they utilize their budget quite well. Like, this isn't the worst shark that I've seen in a shark movie, like by a long slide. I mean, the shark in this film looks pretty good. Like, this film in general, I just want to say this statement of that. This film, Sharkbait, is much better than 90% of shitty shark movies that we get. This film is a lot better than Sharknado. It's a lot better than Sharktopus. It's a lot better than May Shark. It's a lot better than fucking Amityville Shark. I'm pretty sure that was a movie at a point. And so like I feel that this film at least had a realistic tie-in. But all of the shark action was cool. The cinematography, you get these really high shots, and you see like the full ocean, you see their surroundings, and I feel like there was some good suspense, some good tension there, like when is the shark going to pop up next. I feel like the film definitely does keep you on the edge of your seat. And like that's all I can kind of ask for from a film like this, is as long as it kind of keeps my interest. The film, there was a good probably 20-30 minute portion of the film that was boring. There wasn't a lot going on. The characters were just kind of sitting around doing nothing. That was the most boring part of the movie for myself. But the ending I thought was really cool. I felt like there was some really good action, some really good shark bits right there. Yeah, the acting I felt was quite good from everybody here. There's some attractive chicks, just in the bikinis and all that. So, yeah, that's always nice to see in a movie like this, especially when the chicks, are really attractive. So, the film definitely has some good eye candy there. I feel like, they chose, suitable actresses to play, those kind of characters there. But I don't really have any complaints with the film, minus it being a bit boring. But at the end of the day, I mean, this is just a modern day shark film, and it's better than most shark movies that I've seen. So yeah, I enjoyed Sharkbait at the end of the day. If you've seen it, let me know down in the comment section down below. What did you think of Sharkbait? Did you like it? Did you think it was Matt, or did you really not like it? Let me know all your thoughts and comments down in the comment section down below. So anyways guys, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright, bye.